Hi and welcome. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today's reading is going to be about what are your hidden treasures. I'm going to have two piles that you can choose from, or you can listen to both. We are always guided to what would be helpful, what we need. So I decided to do the card selection on camera. We're going to pull some oracle cards for both piles, and then in each pile I'll clarify with tarot. What are your hidden treasures? So if you want to skip forward to the actual groups, there will be a timestamp in the description box below. That's so many. What are your hidden treasures for group 1, please? Hidden treasures for group 1. Hidden treasures for group 2, please. Okay, I'm going to choose one more for group 1. Sometimes there's a message that sometimes things seem chaotic, they seem nonsensical, they seem unpredictable, but it's only unpredictable to us. And the universe, in its infinite intelligence, sees and knows things that we possibly can't. And life is symbolic. There are, if you follow patterns and look for the signs, it will show you things that bring meaning, give meaning, direct you. Okay, what are your hidden treasures? I absolutely love oracle cards. I love tarot as well. What are your hidden treasures? Tarot and oracle readings, the symbology in the pictures and the words give us an understanding of how to look at the world. If you're going to look at everything in a very logical way, then that's how it's going to play out for you. But if we can find the magic in things, it brings so much more meaning. Okay, I'm going to grab one more oracle deck. One for each, please. Okay, and then let's choose some crystals for each deck, for each group. Let's see what I am guided to. Okay, so this will be group 1. And for group 2, the dragon's blood, jasper. So the crystals might help you decide on which group, or just follow your intuition. So this is group 1 and this is group 2, and we will start with group 1's reading. Okay, so if you were drawn by the turquoise crystal, all crystals have certain properties, and turquoise has an overall holistic healing property, but especially for things related to the throat chakra, and that can be physical throat chakra blockages or ailments, but also energetic throat chakra blockages and ailments. The physical stuff can be sore throat or cough, or anything that will relate to the throat that would cause respiratory issues. So there might be something for you around your throat chakra. And because this reading is about what is your hidden treasures, you might have a good way with words, a unique voice, or something special to communicate, and either you're utilizing it and now my throat chakra is acting up. Either you're utilizing it or you should. Our voices is an extremely powerful form of self-expression. Sound has energy and vibration to change things, to manifest things. The turquoise stone is very soothing. And when we become confident in voicing what we know, what we feel, what we want, it opens up other chakras as well. It's almost like, the throat chakra is related to the voice. And of all the chakras, it has a physical portal through our mouths. It has a way of being shared, released. And I don't know where all this is coming from. It's just being channeled through me right now. So someone might need to be able to calmly communicate in their business, in their line of work, in special or unique circumstances, environments, contexts they're placed in. The turquoise would also be good for meditation. Okay, that's what's come through for this stone. So let's see, what are your hidden treasures? Group 1. I want to start with the archetype cards. And we have mentor. Light attribute, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So you might already be a mentor, and that can be in a professional sense or just in a social sense. Or you are meant to be a mentor. This is one of your hidden treasures. You have wisdom and an ability to teach that helps the people that are learning from you to refine their own character. So it's not just passing on your wisdom. Your wisdom helps others find their own character, their own wisdom, and it helps them to improve. Improve is not the word. I feel like it helps them to tap into who they are and activate who they innately are. So it's almost like you bring out the beauty, the wisdom, the character that's already within someone. And I think it has to do with how you communicate and the energy with which you communicate. The color here also seems significant. This is like a peach color. There's something significant about colors. You might want to work with colors to activate certain energies that are already within you, and sometimes you might just not be feeling it. In this card, this person has gray hair. This person is old and wise. So you might not be old with age, but you might have an old soul and a lot of wisdom to share. But the way you teach is very comforting. The way this mentor is holding the student there. The way you teach leads others to their full potential, their leadership abilities. It doesn't keep them needing you. The way you share information, it's empowering to the people that hear what you have to say. The Samaritan. Light attribute refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. You have a very giving nature. The Good Samaritan does from the goodness of their heart. We have trapeze artists here, and I feel like people trust you. The root chakra has to do with security and survival. And how you teach and what you do for others almost gives them the courage to let go. You have to let go of the one thing you're holding on to be able to catch, for this person to catch you. And people sort of trust you to catch you, or trust that what you're saying is true, or what you're sharing comes from a good place. and it helps them to let go so that they can move forward or experience something new. I feel like you don't do things for clout. Because the shadow attribute is exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Everyone deserves recognition and reward for the good things that they do, but that's not the reason why you do things. You do things from the goodness of your heart. What did I draw next? I think I drew these next. Okay, letting go. Again, there's that letting go energy. You help others see what things are pulling them around by the ears or the nose, what things are keeping them from moving in the direction that they are meant to go, finding their path. I feel like you help people find their path, but not just helping them find their path, helping them find what they need to progress within themselves. Her white dress is standing out, and that is purity. Like there's a pureness to your energy that even if it's not understood, it's felt. Like you might have learned through your own experiences what things can impede your growth, what things can pull you in directions that you're not meant to go. And you have learned how to let go, because it's a skill that needs to be required. You might know what you need to let go of, but then you don't know how to let go. You help people see what doors are closing, what doors are closed that they shouldn't be knocking on anymore, and help them find the open doors towards the light that they need. You help people with growth and expansion. Professional assistance. So these skills that you have, I feel like in itself it's a hidden treasure. This reading is about hidden treasures, but I feel like you might not see how these skills and what you do for people can be something that you do for work. Or these skills are very helpful in what you do for work. But I feel like the jobs that are considered work or a career, you don't necessarily have to have a like you don't necessarily have to be an accountant or an architect or a construction worker. Your unique set of skills has to do with interpersonal relationships, with how you connect to people and with people, and sort of what is created from the interaction with you. And you should, if you are not already, tap into this as a career or as your purpose or what you do. Books are significant. Again, there's a lot about wisdom here. Something about, see all these books, a library. You help people see the light. Like people might study things in a very logical way, but not see the deeper meaning to it, and you are able to help people see the deeper meaning to things. What are your hidden treasures? Death and the Maiden, invasion, boundaries, violated, dominance. It's number 28 card. You help people see the things that are affecting them that they can't see, and how to improve that. Like what is healthy, what is not healthy, and that can be physical health, mental health, emotional health. You help people see how they can be healthier, how they can protect themselves. It could be relationship coaching or therapy, or teaching people about their physical health, or even it could be political, how to navigate certain things that might be affecting them in their community, in their country, in their world. how to protect their innocence. This could be spiritual work. YouTube is, yeah. Number 7, the number 7 here and the number 7 here is standing out to me, and that is about wisdom, and it can be spiritual wisdom or, book smarts. Time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. I feel like your hidden treasure is that you are, well, or have been accessing technology to reach people. And if you're not, then you should. But you also teach people how to grow and change, or encourage, motivate, inspire people to change, to live and be in different ways that are healthier. How to use their wisdom practically. And I feel like you're also learning more and more how to use your wisdom practically. There's a lot of hidden wisdom within you that you need to access, and you might need to use technology for that. A time for healing. Okay, yeah, your mentorship, what you share, what you teach, what you do, is for others more than it is for yourself. But when we do from a place of love, it brings growth and healing for others and for ourselves. Okay, let's get some tarot. Tell us some more, Spirit. What is Group 1's hidden treasures? The Knight of Cups. You have a very romantic energy. You love love. And I feel like this comes through whatever line of work you're in, or just however you show up in the world. People feel special around you. People feel loved and cared for. Like you make the effort to show love. And it might be in unconventional ways or conventional. I feel like it's both. You're not afraid to wear your heart on your sleeve. And it comes through in what you do. The energy, sometimes it's not so much about what you do, but how you do it. The mood you bring, the vibe you bring, the energy with which you do things. 2 of Wands. Because you are so secure, there's a lot of red, orange, and yellow. That's self-confidence, creativity, drive, security, being grounded. Because you are so convicted in your path, and staying on it, you help people find the courage to do the same. Feel confident and empowered to see opportunities and take them when they come. People watch you do this, and it makes them want to do this for themselves and for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. I'm just going to see what is at the bottom of the deck to end this off. The red again is standing out here. You show people, probably by living it as an example, how to navigate their emotions, but also how to get to stability. Like she's in rocky, choppy waters, but she's being led to land, to smoother waters, to a new beginning, to something better. Help people navigate through difficult emotions, and leave things that are no longer good for them by dealing with their emotions. That is your reading, Group 1. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that wants to come through. How you are with people is really special and unique, and that's a hidden treasure. And I feel like you are sharing it or need to share it, and appreciate that within yourself, that you have these skills. Often tangible things are valued in the world and the intangible things are overlooked, but they are extremely significant because it leads to the tangible things. Thank you for joining me, Group 1. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button or comment and tell me how this resonates with you. Share this with someone if you feel like this might be meant for someone else, or you see these qualities in someone else, or this would be helpful for someone else. And I hope to see you again in another video. If you chose Group 2, this is your reading. The stones seem extremely significant. This is a dragon's blood jasper. Um, I have a vague, well, not vague, but I have a little bit of, I know a little bit about crystals, not a whole lot. And I learn as I do this work. But I feel like it's significant to share the healing properties of these crystals and what they mean. I love working with crystals. If you pay attention and just sit with them, you can feel the energies from these crystals. And sometimes it's energies that we need in our life, either healing or just something to activate within you. And just holding, meditating on it, looking at it. These energies can come through to you without you consciously even understanding what they do. All crystals have healing properties, holistic healing properties, but some have more distinct. The green and the red is heart and root chakra, and it would be helpful if you have either physical heart symptoms and root symptoms like chest pain, palpitations, or a specific heart condition, or it can be emotional or energetic heart stuff like sadness, grief, or you just have a really hard time opening up to love. And root chakra is about survival, about being grounded, about taking action. So it can help activate those type of things within you. Let's see what else is there about. You might want to tap into dragon energy, do a dragon meditation. If you need a little bit more protection, we can work with mythical creatures, and they can be very helpful the same way that angels and higher beings can be. This stone is about strength and bravery. If there's something that you're facing that you might need strength and bravery about, dragons are mythical legends, fantasy, and you might need a little bit of that in your life. And it can also help you find victory if you are in despair or in self-doubt. It can give you the energy you need to scale mountains, or like in fairy tales and movies, that type of energy. It's like the hero needs to find something within their heart, but then they also need to find that drive, that passion, to take the action, to do the great thing that they are needing to do, or overcome that great thing they are needing to overcome. Okay, what are your hidden treasures, Group 2? This is in the reverse. Let me just check these cards. The beggar. The light attribute is confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And again, the red is standing out. You might like coffee or tea. This cup is standing out right now. The blue and the red. Blue is throat chakra. It's about speaking. It's also about thoughts. The shadow attribute is dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. What is your hidden treasure? She's got her eyes closed. Okay, so what I'm getting, because this was in the reverse, I feel like you might have certain traits about you that seem negative or are kind of negative, but you find a way to make it a positive thing. So you might have or are facing certain adversities in your life that would exclude you or make you feel lonely or isolated or ostracized, but in that solitude you find an empowerment, and that is you find a way to survive. And even if you are in an unfortunate position, you find humility and compassion and your own self-worth and esteem from the difficult situation, instead of letting it make you bitter and resentful and angry. Even when you are at the mercy of others who have to depend on others, it brings eventually it brings some sort of unity, some sort of compassion is awakened, not just in you but in those that are called to help you. These archetype cards show us how something can be deemed good or bad, or have a negative or positive attitude, energy, and the negative can be positive and the positive can be negative. So one of your hidden treasures is, I feel like we all in this world feel like we should always be good at everything, do good in our lives. Everything should always be perfect, sunshine and roses, but it isn't. And you find a way to be okay when you're going through a season of winter. And that in itself can be inspirational. We might look down on somebody that is in a lesser position or in a difficult time, but somehow you survive through it, and the help of others becomes a positive thing and not a negative thing. Again, in the reverse, Avenger, the green is standing out, heart chakra. Light attribute is desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. You might like superhero movies, Avengers specifically, Marvel. Shadow attribute is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. And this was in the reverse. So I'm feeling like, again, it's that turning a positive into a negative energy. Even if you have to resort, and not necessarily to violence, but to assertion or standing your ground, you find a way to do really difficult things in the best way. I feel like these two together, you're sort of like an underdog hero. You don't need a lot, you don't need to have amazing things. Your superpower is how well you get through difficult things. And this person wearing a mask, it's almost like what you do isn't usually seen or understood or even known. You just do it and it affects change, but nobody really knows it. We have a number 39, that might be your age, or that number could be significant. A clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. I feel like what you do that nobody else sees helps things move smoothly. Like, without one of these gears, this whole operation won't work. And you might not necessarily be the one that's in the limelight and everybody's praising and everybody sees this big, great thing that they're doing, or but you are an integral part of whatever setting context you're in. You might be the idea person and somebody else follows through with the ideas and gets the recognition that you don't. Or you help people find the epiphanies, the answers, the solutions. And that might put you at a disadvantage in tangible ways, like you might not get the recognition or the reward or the money because you're helping other people in a way that is not seen. Number 31, lady with a Bosch egg, ancient wisdom. Group 1 also had stuff about wisdom. Well, it was a lot about wisdom. I feel like you have to, lady with the Bosch egg is about, she protects this egg, she protects sacred wisdom because not everybody will use it wisely. So you sort of have to keep a lot of things about yourself or about what you know secret and share it in ways that isn't obvious and doesn't yield praise or recognition. And you might need to know that the universe sees what you do, even if no one else sees. Again, a lot more green. There's a lot of heart chakra stuff here. A time to give rather than take. You're very giving. Virgo energy is like the maiden energy. You pay attention to details, and you might even be very OCD about things. I feel like you're an initiator with the new moon energy. You initiate things, but you require others' help to see things through or to land it, to ground it, to make it tangible or make it work. But that's because there's a unity aspect to who you are and what you do and your purpose in whatever context that is. So you don't fly solo and make it big and be successful, not because you can't, but because you're part of a bigger whole. And there's value in that. Family, this is 2 people cards. Family and the loving woman. You might be a mother. You might work with children or have a significant purpose in this life regarding children. I feel like this might be a single mother or not a single mother. You might be a mother or parent, and your significance is about raising children, having a stable, loving home life. And in the world, that doesn't get you paid. And people often, we don't acknowledge enough how nothing in this world can be good without loving families and loving communities and mothers or just parents. Even if you're meant to be single in this life and not have children, this world needs children to grow up in stable environments for them to be healthy people, for them to create a healthy world. And maybe you need to know that just because you don't have a high paying corporate job, or you're not the one that is coming up with a new invention that changes the world. You're the one that's raising them or cultivating this in other people behind the scenes. And that is significant. Okay, let's get some tarot. It's your wisdom that creates the people that do these things that are seen. Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. Number 14. You have an energy of patience and peace and steadiness. That that gives others the foundation that they need to do what they are needing to do in this world. And I feel like you have a very balanced approach to standing up for causes, things, and people that where things are unequal, unfair, unjust. You have a deep inner sense of purpose, and for this guy has a map on his back for the greater world. Even though what you do might not seem to impact the greater world, it does. The Six of Cups. This is like soulmate energy, like soul family, soul connection. This is love, compassion, harmony, unconditional love. People look back on life or remember things about you that in the moment might not have been felt or seemed significant, but how you felt stayed with them, how you made them feel, or certain things about you being in their life. They remember it, it's nostalgic, and it's pivotal in their life, even though in the time you or they might not know it. Let's get one more. Okay, so we have two. King of Cups, the Wheel. The energy of love that you exude in this world, I feel like you act on behalf of love. It changes people's destinies. Wow, this reading today is so deep. So emotionally deep. The dice seem significant. Like what seems to be the role of the dice and chance and luck can if you look closer at, can be related to who you are to people in this life and how you make them feel and how you love them. But I feel like your reward is helping people find justice, or being the behind the scenes catalyst for change and growth. Green is also like the energy of growth. Let's get the bottom of the deck to end this reading off. The Tower. The Tower is sudden, huge, abrupt changes, endings, shake-ups. I feel like you're the piece when there's this, but can also be the catalyst for this type of drastic change in ways that are not obvious. Or people will never know, and it's always for a good cause or good reason. Even if it's beyond your understanding, it's like the universe does it through you. And that is your reading, group 2. If you've made it this far, please like the video as a positive energy exchange for what you received here. It also literally helps the reader pick up on your energy for future readings. So a reading might pop up that your energy might come through in another reading that I do, or that's just not necessarily me, because the universe is picking up on a frequency from you, something that would be helpful for you. That's how synchronistically and amazingly and magically the universe works. Share this with someone if you feel this is someone else's energy and it would be helpful for them. Comment and tell me how it resonates. Subscribe if you would like to see future readings come up on your timeline. And I hope to see you again in another reading.